All right, today we're going to be taking a look at the distributive property. I'm going to talk you through some of the problems in set 1 and some of the problems in set 2. The first set, if you take a look carefully, has most of the problems will contain parentheses. And in set 2, most of them do not have parentheses in the original problem. Before you get started, there are 2 links for you to take a look at if you would like to, or if you get mixed up as you're working through these. You are very welcome to pause this video and come back to it when you've had a little bit more information shared with you from the Math Antics guy or Khan Academy. I've gone ahead and done this first problem for us, and in this first problem, we have number 4 on the outside of the parentheses. And with a distributive property, we multiply to distribute that 4 into the parentheses. And so that's why you'll see I have 4. I have an arrow drawing to the x. That becomes 4x. We don't have to worry about anything else because I don't know what x is going to be replaced with. Then I go ahead and I multiply the 4 times the 3, and I get number 12. That problem is done for us. The next one we're going to take a look at is this one here. 12 times the quantity of 2x plus 3. So again, I'm multiplying the 12 to the 2x. 12 times 2 is 24. And the x just comes along because that's part of this term right here. It's 2x that I started with. Then I multiply the 12 to the number 3. And I end up getting 12 times 3 is 36. And again, remember, you're very welcome to use your multiplication table from lesson 124 if you have it with you. And then we'll go ahead and do one more problem. Let's go ahead and do the very last problem down here in set 2. 8 times 2x gives me 16x. And 8 times 3 gives me 24. So there are 3 problems done for you that have us multiplying in 2 parentheses. The other problems, and I'm going to focus more on the ones that are down here, where there is no parentheses, we divide out the greatest common factor, and that's what we're going to practice right now. When I look at this first problem, I see 7x plus 14. I know that 7 is a common factor for both of these. So I like to write down underneath, make these into like mini division problems. 7x divided by 7 gives me x. 14 divided by 7 gives me 2. But what do I do with this 7 that I divided by? That goes in the very front of my problem. Let's take a look at another one. Let's look at this one down here. 8x plus 16. So if I look at this, and I think about this carefully, use what I know about multiplication, I know that 8 and 16 have a common factor of 8. So I like to put that down underneath. And I divide that out. So I'm going to write that right here, right away. And 8x divided by 8 gives me x. 16 divided by 8 gives me 2. And let's do this problem up here, and then I'll leave you to finish the rest of them on your own. When I look at this problem, it's 3x plus 6. There are no parentheses, so I'm going to divide out the greatest common factor. And let me put this here. No, if no parentheses, divide out the greatest common factor. All right, so my greatest common factor here is 3. So I'm going to make two little division problems here. 3x divided by 3 gives me x. 6 divided by 3 gives me 2. And this number 3 that I divided out, it can't be lost. It has to go in front of the parentheses. And this gives you 2 problems to practice your multiplying into the parentheses and 2 problems for you to practice dividing out.